Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and we are back with another Monday Night Raw review. What a show it was, what a show it was. This show came live from Philadelphia, PA tonight. And yeah, I don't know about this Monday Night Raw. I'm going to have to talk through this and see what's going on. Connor, what's happening, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you coming in here. As you guys can see, the WrestleMania follower goal, we are 3 subscribers away from 300. If you guys are new to the channel, let's make sure we get there. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up on the video. Also, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. We've been doing some video game streams as well. Some other things are on the horizon. Working hard here at Everything Pro Wrestling. Please show your support. Yeah, Connor, I kind of agree. Let's see. Let's go through this, though, all at once here for Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw was live in Philadelphia, PA. We had highlights of Roman Reigns and everything that happened last week with him. And we also had Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose coming out. And they basically wanted to try and get the Shield back together, was the storyline of the night for these three. What's going on, J3X Show? What's happening? They wanted to get the Shield together one more time. Roman feels like he needs it. Seth and Dean, they want Dean involved. Seth is all in. He says he agrees. They had a pretty cool moment with Roman and Seth. So good stuff here for the Shield. I personally like the Shield. I know some people were crapping all over this, but the Shield's one of my favorite factions in WWE, so I can't hate on them. Always good to see it. So Blues Brothers 2000s with the Shield, LOL. Jordan, you are funny, my man. You are funny. So we get into this, and when Dean Ambrose finally comes out to give his response, he is nailed with a guitar by Elias before he can even speak. And Dean Ambrose goes down like a ton of bricks. Goober, how's it going tonight, my friend? Welcome to the live stream. J3X Show actually watched most of Raw. Okay, I see you. So afterwards, we had Drew, Corbin, Lashley interviewed. I have Yawn here. I am so sick to death of seeing anything with Drew, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Elias. I'm just sick of the mid-card. It should not feel that way at all. The mid-card used to be one of my favorite acts to watch. And in WWE, I'm just like, dude, I don't care. You guys are not doing anything of meaning. It just sucks. So I'm not a fan. But they come out. This leads to a matchup. 6-man tag. We have Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, and Braun Strowman versus the team of Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and the almighty Bobby Lashley. Lio Rush ends up getting squashed by Braun Strowman here. Dude, I don't know how that felt to that dude. He got blasted through a barricade, and Braun landed on top of him. It looked like Lio Rush was on support. He looked like he was down for the count. If you guys are in the live chat, though, tell me what you guys thought of this match or Monday Night Raw. Let's get some conversation going in here. Anywho, it ends after Lio Rush had interfered in the match. During that, he ends up going through the barricade. Finn Balor goes into the ring to eat a spear by Bobby Lashley. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley gets a win, so I assume this is going to set up for him to get a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm just so tired of these repeat feuds. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I am just sick of them. We see them all the time, same people fighting. I'm just done with this. I can't wait for Mania to be over, and I'm not watching these guys fight each other anymore. I hope, but I'm probably wrong about that too. We go backstage. We have a Heavy Machinery interview. We see the Ascension backstage with the B team and Ryder and Hawkins, and there's fat jokes being made. I'm not a fan of this. Why are we embarrassing Otis and all them from Heavy Machinery? Freaking stupid. Let these guys just go out there and be entertaining, man. So we get a matchup with Natalya versus Ruby Riot. Natalya wins with a roll-up. There's not too much else that needs to be said about this match. I was actually watching with my buddy Gerald when this match happened, and yeah, he was just like, what the hell was that? Not anything great right there. I was actually talking to Foul Original on here after this. He's also a YouTuber. Not anything good with this. Original Biggie, what's happening, my friend? Obi-Wan is in the chat. We should get... I don't know. This match just sucked. I was talking to Foul during it. Like, nothing happened. You could clearly tell nothing was going on. I didn't miss a single thing while I was having an entire conversation with him throughout this. And thank you, Foul, for your encouraging words and stuff tonight. I greatly appreciate you, my friend. And I know you'll be listening to this tomorrow. We get some Batista highlights. Now, Batista, that was badass last week. I was a big fan of Big Dave returning. And he let everyone down via Instagram saying he wasn't going to be there. Come on, Hollywood Batista. We thought you were going to be here. I have the match graphics up with you on it for Raw. Come on, you're killing me, bro. But Batista's not here. Stephanie McMahon is backstage preparing for her big announcement with this whole Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey. And I'll get into that once we get to the main event segment. Triple H comes out. Triple H cut one hell of a promo. PR Nightmare 86. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Good to have you in the stream. Now, we get back to Triple H. He cut one hell of a promo, guys. I really thought he did a good job with the whole he brought up Ric Flair's real name, Richard Flair, and he kind of went to work on this promo a little bit. But Triple H has always had that intensity when it comes to the promos. You just get tired of seeing him do the 20-minute promos every week in the beginning of Raw. He's been doing that since 1998, 99. But good job, Triple H. He really got intense during this, and I hope the guys in the back were taking notes on how to cut a promo properly. Triple H has me interested in this match, and he has asked Batista to come to Raw next week. Whenever he sees him, he's going to see him. So I can't wait to see what happens with this feud. I'm glad we're getting this WrestleMania match. Very happy for Batista. He deserves it. And I'm happy with all of his Hollywood success and Guardians of the Galaxy and all of his other roles. Batista's doing great work. So then we get back to Stephanie. She says that Becky's suspension is up and the charges have been dropped against her with the whole police problems and everything for the past weeks. And she said that the Raw Women's title match is going to be Charlotte versus Becky Lynch as long as Becky Lynch signs a hold harmless agreement, basically stating that WWE is not responsible for her injuries. This is all storyline to get it going. Let's see here. What is going on? Oh, wait a minute. Goober says, I'm glad that they have Batista as a heel. Goober, I agree. I think that's the right move for Batista. Very happy to see it. Just gonna ignore me. Josh Burton, yes. What's going on, my friend? Josh, thank you also for your encouraging words earlier. I greatly appreciate it. We were talking about some stuff relating to the show and coming up with ideas. You get burnt out doing this stuff sometimes, guys, but I'm out here trying to have some fun doing it for you. But let's get back into Monday Night Raw. If you guys got thoughts, leave them in the chat. I will address them. We get Heavy Machinery in a Gauntlet match here, which was pretty odd, I'll say. Heavy Machinery is out there, and they're basically fighting the B Team, the Ascension, Ryder, and Hawkins, and they beat everybody. I guess it was to showcase Heavy Machinery, which, cool. To me, they're in like the too cool spot of the Attitude Era. They're going to be that fun-loving tag team that's just going to come out there. They'll entertain the people. I hope Heavy Machinery can find more layers to their character to show on television that Vince McMahon will like, and I think that'll put them in a better spotlight. Next, we get to EC3 backstage. All right. Dude, why is EC3 being wasted with this company? I am sick and tired of this shit. The shit with EC3. EC3's best ability is for him to talk on the microphone. And he has not had not one opportunity for him to talk on the microphone long enough for anyone to care. WWE, did you even give this guy a chance? Triple H, please talk to Vince. Why would you let someone come up to the main roster and you have nothing for them to do? The man stands in the mirror and doesn't speak. It's freaking ridiculous and a waste of his talent. I'm sorry. I was a big EC3 fan when he was in TNA, Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it. So much better there. Like, dude. Done. Titus O'Neil confirms that cheesecake is delicious backstage because he's always in catering because the dude doesn't wrestle. He got more speaking time than EC3. Make Titus a manager if you're not going to let him wrestle. Next, No Way Jose comes walking out, and there's some guys from SNL there. I'm not going to get too deep into the SNL stuff because I felt it was pointless. No Way Jose's walking around. The man's a gimmick. He's Adam Rose 2.0. This gimmick's dead on arrival, just like EC3's dead on arrival. I'm sorry to say it, guys. No, EC3 is not talking now, original Biggie. He is dead on arrival. Like, this dude, they're not giving him any opportunity to do anything. Connor says he should have stayed in NXT. Connor, you know what? He wasn't getting anything down there either. He was run-of-the-mill. He was upper top card, but he wasn't beating some of the guys who were already in the top spot because they had long-term storylines already built in. EC3 he's in a bad spot. He needs to either get in a tag team, or when they do the brand split, if they do it again after WrestleMania, find him on SmackDown or somewhere away from Vince McMahon and this creative team because they don't know what they're doing. All right, guys, we get an announcement about Tori Wilson going into the Hall of Fame. Listen, I love Tori Wilson just as much as any other wrestling fan. But does Tori Wilson deserve to be in the Hall of Fame before people like Molly Holly and Victoria? Probably not. But I'm going to fall back from this. And you know what? Tori, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I know you didn't do a lot of stuff that was, revolutionary in the business, but I do think she made the company some money. She did Playboy. That takes a lot of courage to do something like that because I know I wouldn't be doing anything like that. So, Tori, congratulations on going to the Hall of Fame. I don't want to speak too ill of her because she's never really done anything horrible either. What are we getting here in the live chat? Well, I think you should go back to Impact. Oh, no. I don't know about going back there at this point either. I said it on the Facebook Hall of Shame. You did, sir. You did. Some people are not happy that Tori's in the Hall of Fame. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Do me a favor, if you like the video, please click the like button on it. And also subscribe to the channel. 3 subscribers away from 300. Let's get over that number tonight, please. All right, guys. We have Dean Ambrose. He actually ends up talking backstage to Seth Rollins. They're kind of backstage with a bunch of the boxes with all the equipment going into them. And he's sitting on the equipment box, basically. And he's underneath kind of a covered area. And Dean Ambrose just says, nah, he's not interested in joining back in the Shield. And he just falls back. And, he's just Dean. He doesn't want any parts of it right now. He seems like disheveled, lost. And I guess that's the storyline that they were playing up with it. Elias versus Dean Ambrose. Okay match. Elias was on point here. He caught Dean with a pretty nasty knee off the top rope. And he hits Dean Ambrose with the drift away. Elias picks up the much-needed victory for himself. Dean loses once again. But Roman Reigns and Rollins try to get Dean to join. Dean kind of blows them off. Goes through the crowd. And he's almost all the way up at the top when we hear Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, and Drew McIntyre come out. And they come out and they say that they're going to put a beat down and end these guys now before Fastlane because they were going to challenge them. But since they don't have anything worthy of challenging, they're going to beat them down now. They go around the ring like a pack of hyenas, similar to how the Shield used to do it. And then, boom, the fight breaks out. They're getting a beat down. Dean Ambrose can't stand back to watch anymore. The fans are chanting for Dean in the Shield. Dean runs down to the ring and they start brawling. Now, I know some people didn't like this. They fend off those 3. Roman puts his hand out, Rollins puts his hand in, and then they wait for Dean, and you just hear Shield, 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 and then Dean does like this lunatic walk around, and he finally throws his fist in, and the Shield are going to reunite at least for one more time at Fastlane, it looks like, to face these 3. Oh, thank you, Josh. Let's see here what we're getting in the chat. We have Original Biggie. By the way, Lacey Evans is showing up and leaving, then going to break. Yeah, that was during the Natalya match. I didn't care, though. I'm tired of talking about that Lacey Evans BS entrance. Thank you, Josh, for saying subscribe to the channel. Elias made me laugh tonight for once with his Bryce Harper comment. Yes, that was really good to piss off the people in Philadelphia. Jesus De Leon, what is going on, my friend? How are you, Jesus? Original Biggie, good evening, Jesus, he says. Or Jesus. Goober 316, the knee from Elias was good. Yeah, that was the best part in that match, I felt. And then the drift away. Good to have you in here, Jesus, though. Happy to see you in here. Give your thoughts on anything we're talking about. Love to hear from you. So afterwards, we have the Shield fighting. They're reunited, whatever. I go on Twitter, and I see one of the worst things that we could see. I was trying to save it for the show, but someone brought it up in the EPW Facebook group, and it was that Mandy Rose dropped Asuka on her head at a live show, and the ref threw up the dreaded. Is Asuka hurt now going into Fastlane? I hope not. I don't know if it was something careless. I didn't see the move, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt. So, Asuka, I really hope that you're doing well. Please, I don't want to see you hurt because I feel like you finally got this big opportunity, and that sucks. Jesus asked, did I watch BTE? I have not. It's in my watch later right now. Let me know if it was good, Jesus, if you've seen it. PR Nightmare 86 says, do you think they're going to split up the New Day? Ooh, that's tough. I'm going to say no. I don't want them to either. Honestly, I think we get too many breakups like that. We don't need people turning on each other. Goober says he hopes that Asuka's okay as well. Update. Asuka tweeted that she was fine. Excellent. Thank you, Jesus, for that. I appreciate that update. Heard she tucked her chin on the face buster when she didn't need to and hurt her head. Okay. According to a live report on Reddit. Thank you, Josh, for that. So it sounds like Asuka's good. BTE was good. You need to check it out. Big announcement. I will do that, sir, upon your recommendation. Thank you. Let's get back into this card, though. We had Tamina versus Sasha Banks. They both had their respective tag team partners out there. Sasha Banks with Bayley. Nia Jax was with Tamina. Nia interfered in this match a couple times. Even tossed Bayley around like a rag doll. And upon her interference, this led to Tamina hitting a super kick. 1, 2, 3. Tamina finally picks up a win. I still have no faith in what they're going to do with Tamina and Nia. I think they're losing at Fastlane. That's an early prediction for you guys. But Tamina got a much-needed victory here. Whatever. We move along. I wasn't a fan of that match either, really. Once again, lots of pointless SNL segments tonight. We had Braun Strowman backstage choking out one of the guys for 3 minutes. Basically, they went to a commercial break upon him starting the choke. Came back after the commercial break, so he was still choking the guy. Come on, WWE. Let's write some logic into this. Wasn't a fan of the segment at all. Next, we get into the Raw Tag Team title match. So we had the Revival defending their tag titles against Ricochet and Alistair Black. Really good match. I thought the chemistry between these two was pretty good. I think if you give them a couple more matches, you could definitely have something really special here. But either way it goes, in the middle of the match, Rude and Gable end up coming out to the ring, and he was choking one of the guys from Saturday Night Live, PRN Nightmare. I see you asking who. I don't know their names because I don't watch Saturday Night Live anymore, so I can't tell you. But if you're a fan of it, I'm sure you'll find out soon. I know the one guy's a huge WWE fan, but the other one, not so much. But Rude and Gable end up coming out during this tag match, and they're out there jawing back and forth, and towards the finish of the match, Rude and Gable interfere and cause a DQ. So the Revival finally pick up a win while defending the tag titles, but it's a DQ win. So the Revival aren't looking very strong still. They need to pick up some pinfall and submission victories here. But afterwards, we get a little back and forth jawing between Ricochet and Alistair Black and Rude and Gable. I'd look forward to seeing a tag match between them. Don't know why. I think it would be money, though. Just calling it. And when these guys started going back and forth, we ended up seeing a really cool spot where Alistair Black does his flip into the sit-down crisscross applesauce. And Ricochet did a bounce off the ropes, and he went back into like his stance that he does for the one and only when he fakes the dive over the top rope. Very cool to see that. So I think we're going to see a match between both these teams soon here. Or maybe we'll get a triple threat tag match. Maybe. At Fastlane, we'll see. We get a Women's History Month segment with Alexa Bliss doing a Girl Up interview. Very cool to see that. Have no issue with them empowering women. And I thought that it was pretty cool that Alexa Bliss sat down and talked with the girls. And hopefully these segments continue and it's not just for a week or two and then they end it. So I'm cool with it though. It was only it was short, so short and sweet. Then we get to the main event segment with Stephanie McMahon coming out with the Raw Women's title. And they're really misusing EC3. Like, why have him on the main roster? Shaking my head. Bro, you're preaching to the choir, man. I already know, dude. Freaking horrible. So Stephanie comes out. She's got the Raw Women's title and the holds harmless agreement contract with her. Charlotte is introduced first. Becky Lynch comes out. She is still on a crutch with her left knee messed up in the brace. We end up seeing Ronda Rousey come from the parking lot, not even getting out of a car. She must have power walked all the way from wherever she came from. And if she was in a car, maybe I just missed it then. But all I saw was her doing that. I don't know why she walks like that either. It looks so weird. It looks like something from like one of the old video games. Like, why is she walking like that? So she's doing her power walk into the arena. And she basically threatens Stephanie and says, no, I want my title back because I told you that I wanted Becky back into this match and you took my title away. Stephanie gives her belt back and she starts doing this whole portrayal about money and I make too much money. She's starting to heal it up and I'm like, you're saying things that wouldn't make people like you. What are you doing? But lo and behold, she turns heel on the crowd. She said that you made my hometown in the Staples Center boo me, and she's sick of being nice person and all this. So she said, no more Mrs. Nice Bitch. And she ends up kicking Charlotte. Charlotte goes out of the ring, and she goes to work on Becky Lynch. Some of those knees look pretty vicious. I don't know if you guys thought the same thing, but she was giving the hands out, kneeing her right in the face, and then she put some arm bars on Becky that looked really good. And Becky was down for the count. They are portraying this injury angle. And Ronda Rousey, in my opinion, has turned heel. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but she has turned heel. And before that, it was all announced too, that if Becky Lynch loses at Fastlane, she's out. And if Becky Lynch wins at WWE Fastlane, that's right, I said it just like they would, at WWE Fastlane, freaking she'll be added to the WrestleMania 35 match, so it sounds like it'll become a triple threat. I think they made the right move here though with Ronda. Ronda was not liked by the people. She was absolutely hated. Nobody was a fan of her. They'll eventually have to get over this hump though, and hopefully this adds some intensity to Ronda because I think she can fuel off being the more hated person, similar to some UFC fighters who do the exact same thing. Charlotte is not going to be liked either. Becky's the fan favorite easily in all of this. So we're going to have to see what happens this Sunday at Fastlane. We're going to see what we get out of some matches and segments. But right now, guys, I'm going to put something towards the live chat. I want to hear what you guys think of your hype level for Fastlane. Are you excited? Are you like, meh? Are you saying this is going to be a bad pay-per-view? Let me know in the live chat real quick, and we'll go through and read some stuff before we get up out of here. Also, guys, overall, this Monday Night Raw was kind of meh. I don't know. If I had to give it a grade, D+. I wasn't really feeling it. For a 3-hour show, I expect more. So I was let down a little bit. Let's see here. We got I don't care as long as Rousey stops speaking so much. PR Nightmare. My man. Hats off to you. Goober says, meh. Jesus says, so far, it's aight. Connor says, just another pay-per-view in my opinion. I felt like they didn't need this pay-per-view to lead up to WrestleMania. Like, maybe the Chamber was good, but you didn't need another one. I felt like you should have focused on the build towards Mania. Just my opinion, though. Let's see. Bryan versus Owens could be good. Absolutely, Goober. I think that Kevin Owens, he looked like he was in phenomenal shape, and I hope that these guys got some time to practice their match. I think they're going to deliver, though. They're both two excellent performers from Ring of Honor. Nothing to complain about with those guys going in. All right, guys. But don't forget, after Fastlane this Sunday, I will be up here doing a live review. So if you haven't clicked subscribe to the channel so that way you guys don't miss the live review. And if you really don't want to miss the live review, click that notifications button. And anytime I go live, you guys will be the first ones to know. Hopefully it works. Her YouTube's been a little wacky lately with that. Original Biggie says, I would rather the stipulation be if Charlotte loses, then she's out for Mania. It should be Becky versus Ronda one-on-one. I hear you, Original Biggie. I'll be having my preview going up within the next day or two on the podcast. All that stuff will be found in the description box below if you guys want to listen to the preview. Fastlane is just a pay-per-view that's just there. I agree. KO as a face and Sammy betrays him. I don't know about Sammy facing him again. I'm 50-50 on it. Like, I like those two fighting each other, but at the same time, I'm so tired of that feud and matchup too. You're doing one for us tomorrow or NXT. Hey, Zeus, I don't know if I'm going to do a SmackDown review or if I'm just going to hop right into a preview for Fastlane. So, maybe. I won't promise you a SmackDown review right now, because I would rather get the preview out first. That way more people can hear my thoughts on it, because I don't think anything earth-shattering is going to happen at SmackDown. I mean, this is basically set up for the pay-per-view. We know what most of the matches are. I think we're going to be all right going into it, but do a preview one. I will, but my previews for the pay-per-views go up on my podcast. So if you have Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podbean, any one of those, make sure you type in Everything Pro Wrestling and I'll do a preview on there. And like I said, you'll get some of the SmackDown stuff in there. I think it's just easier to preview the pay-per-view at this point. I mean, SmackDown is the A show. Oh, I definitely appreciate SmackDown more. Number one, it's 2 hours. And I just think SmackDown's overall been better. Tag me it. Here, I'll put it in here for now. You can go anchor.fm/EPW. Sorry, I got to type over my keyboard, which is in front of my microphone here. You guys can't see that, though. So you can go to there, copy and paste it in your browser. Find something that you like to listen to it on, though. Like if you have an iPhone, just go into podcast and type in Everything Pro Wrestling. That works for me. But I thank you guys for being in here, sticking around, watching the video for me. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, like the video. I'm out. Monday Night Raw was meh. Hopefully Fastlane delivers a good show, and then we're on the final part of getting to WrestleMania. And I can't wait to go on that journey with all you guys. But we're out for now. This has been Everything Pro Wrestling. Peace. Have a good night, everybody.